Hey everybody, I am in Perth. This is amazing. It's really incredible, the cycling around here. So when I was coming to Perth from Adelaide, and this is my first time in Western Australia, a friend said to me, Perth has some of the best cycling infrastructure in the world. And I'm like, really? No. I mean, Adelaide's pretty good. I didn't believe it. And when I came here and I was driving around with my auntie, there's cycle paths, there's lanes, there's signage everywhere. It's incredible. So I have someone here with me. Luckily, Randall has offered to show me around over the next today, tomorrow, and the next day, 3 days, cycling in Perth. And so we're going to start off today with a local loop that the locals do, like a traditional Perth ride around the river. We're here on Swan River. See that cool bridge behind me? That goes from the stadium. Randall was just telling me, and you'll meet Randall in a second. It goes from the stadium, and it's so that people could go out. And I'm like, it's really cool. And even just cycling here from the hotel just to this spot, the buildings are so different. It looks more like I feel like I'm in Europe or something like that. It's really cool. So meet Randall. Here's Randall. He's holding the camera. So here we go. Hey Randall.
Hello, how are you?
We were just saying this. Randall's I'm like, are you a Perthonian or a Perthling?
Perthling, Perthite, personality. Yeah, I'm just a guy that loves cycling around the city, and I love cycling. It's got a lot to see around the river, I reckon, and I'm happy to show you around and see what you find. And I've got a few things lined up. Here's a hill climb in there somewhere. But you'll be able to take it on pretty easy. It's not too hard, sort of thing. And yes, lots of river views, and it'd be a nice cafe stop at the end there.
It's cool. And Randall, so he got in touch. He saw that I was in Perth, and he's like, if you want someone to show you, oh yes, please message me. Let's do this, because I would get lost if I was doing this by myself. And Randall, this is your bike. You're into bike touring?
Yeah, I'm in the Cycle Touring Association of Western Australia. That's a local volunteer club that organise cycle touring trips and everything. And this is my cycle touring bike, a Kona Sutra. It's made for strength and durability and ease of fixing. Nowhere near as fast as Serafina's, that's for sure. It's a steel frame. You got lots of these spots here you can attach racks to and everything. I've got the panniers to put my stuff in. You got external cables to get easy access. And I have the flat bar pedals, which I like because I can get off and just push my bike every now and then. Also, I have mechanical disc brakes, which means I can easily fix them if I'm out in the middle of nowhere and adjust them and everything. And yeah, it's a great bike. I've ridden from Melbourne to Sydney on it, and it did really well.
Awesome. All right, so 20 kilometres, 25 kilometres?
Give or take about 10 kilometres. But about 20-30 kilometres, I think, the ride today.
And it's quite flat? Like it's quite...
Yeah, it's flat apart from one hill, which is Mount Street, which everyone in Perth knows who's a cyclist, and I'll get you to go up the top there. I think you'll like it.
Awesome. Let's do this. That's cool. We're going to cross on this bridge here. Actually, that's the thing I've noticed already with Perth. There's just bridges everywhere.
Yeah, this is totally separated here. This is just for cyclists, and that's for pedestrians there.
Wow, this is amazing. It's worth repeating because this is really cool. This is just for cyclists. and the other one's for the pedestrians. So there's no crossover. Like we get that in Adelaide a lot along the river. It's those, yeah, you know, there's not the cyclists and pedestrians and the ducks. There needs to be one for the ducks as well in Adelaide. Do you guys have the ducks?
We've got plenty of ducks.
Is there a path for the ducks as well?
No, no paths for ducks.
That's the little one further over.
All black swans, all pelicans.
The swans, the pelicans and the ducks go on the other path. The pedestrians on that one and the cyclists on this one. Problem solved.
Yeah. Just up here, there'll be a whole lot of birds, I'd say, coming up. So
we'll go and check them out.
Okay, just up there is an artificial island they've made for the bird wildlife. So they've got a sanctuary where they can't get attacked by dogs or anything. And you can actually see quite a few birds on there at the moment.
Just here, is that what this is, just here?
Just that island there.
What's a numbat?
It's the state marsupial or state animal.
And yes. It's called a numbat.
A numbat. Yeah, it eats ants. It's very rare. They're trying to breed it up in the zoo to make more numbers of them, you know, so they can release them into the wild.
And you only get them in Western Australia?
Yeah, I think they might have been in South Australia at one stage, but they're not there anymore. They're extinct. But they might bring them back there if they get enough here, sort of thing.
Numbat is derived from the Noongar word noonbat. Once widespread across southern Australia, it is now considered an endangered species.
Well, we're going to Mount Street, which in the Perth city area is regarded as the hilliest climb you'll do.
Through here.
Now the uphill starts now.
Already?
But not the official Mount Street yet.
Okay. Alright, this is Mount Street and this is the climb to do in Perth.
In the city area, yeah.
In the city area.
You can go up it and down and up and down as many times as you like.
Do you know how many kilometres it is? Half a kilometre?
It's only probably 300 or 400 metres.
400 metres.
Serafina, that's the state flower, the mangles kangaroo paw.
Ah, this is the state flower for Western Australia.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
The mangles kangaroo paw.
Mangles?
Mangles, yeah.
M-A-N-G-L-E-S.
Yeah.
Kangaroo paw. Thank you.
So that tree is a boab tree.
Boab tree?
Boab tree. It comes from up the Kimberley.
Boab tree. It's massive. Look how wide it is at the bottom. And just thick but stumpy.
Yeah, and they brought it all the way down from Derby.
They brought this tree here?
Yeah, they towed it, put it on a truck.
After travelling an amazing 3,200 kilometres from Telegraph Creek near Warman, northern Western Australia, the 750-year-old, estimated, how do you pronounce it? Gija Jumlu was planted on 20th of July 2008. This was the longest land journey of a tree of this size in history. It's like the treetop walk.
We'll go back to the boa tree and get back on the road, and then we'll ride past the Women's Pioneer Memorial and the DNA Tower, and then down to the university. And that's a nice ride. Then we hit the river again, and maybe there's a nice little cafe on the river, so we'll give that a whirl, I reckon. Cup of coffee.
What's your biggest ride that you've done?
Biggest ride definitely was between Melbourne and Sydney. That was probably about 1,200 kilometres, because I didn't take the direct route. I went up and down and on the Victorian Rail trails and on the New South Wales coast, and I could have gone straight up Hume Highway and for 800 kilometres with trucks flying past and no scenery, and done it in probably 4 days or 5 days, you know, but that's not the point, I don't think, really.
You explain it, you tell them.
Yeah, it's an ass. It's an Asian selfie spot where a lot of Asian people come to take selfies in front of it. And lots of cities have them, but this is the Perth one, the boat shed.
Guys, how cool was that? That was amazing. I've been here in Perth riding around the bike paths. I'm just like, these are the epitome of how bike paths should be. I love it, I love it, I love it. Like, it's just safe. There's the 2 lanes, there's a bike path one sometimes, and then there's one for the pedestrians, one for the ducks. It's really, really cool. It's safe, like, it's just amazing. Like, it's incredible. Like, the cycling infrastructure here is, in my opinion, as well, world class. I think this is incredible. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. We're going to be going to Fremantle along the river and then looping back on the other side of the river, maybe about a 50k ride. So that'll be fun. Looking forward to that. So definitely remember that, tune in and watch that, and show you more of cycling in Perth. And let's say a big thank you to Randall, because he's going to show us tomorrow. But thank you, Randall.
You're welcome. Cycle with Serafina. It's fun. She didn't pay me to say that either.
Awesome. All right. See you tomorrow. Bye.